Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This is Dash Show Rose here. I am back to review another DreamWorks movie. It's a dream come true. At least it is for you guys, because, it's been a little while since I've been reviewing these, and I've not been uploading them as much as I've been wanting to. It's just trying to watch a movie and do these is really hard. So, so basically I just haven't been doing these, because things have been really crazy, this summer and all that, so... But I am back to do another DreamWorks review, so if you guys haven't already, remember to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, so that way you guys can stay up to my videos. Also, you guys can follow me on Twitter and Instagram. There I'll be posting some stuff. I haven't been posting anything really lately, but I do want to start posting some stuff there more. So I'll be doing that here in the future. And I also have a DaVinci art thing for people, for an older audience. So I haven't made any art on there yet, so I haven't been bringing it up as much. But I do plan on in the future working on trying to make some art on there for people, for fans. I mean, I'm not really I don't really like making the art a lot myself, but for people who like it, I can try to make some stuff for you guys in the future. But anywho, let's go ahead and get into this video now. Let's go ahead and talk about this movie, How to Train a Dragon. So, we are at the very first DreamWorks movie with the third logo. I stated in my Monsters vs. Aliens, movie review that was the last movie to feature the old logo. Yeah, so we got a new one now and all that. And I'll tell you guys my thoughts on it here in a second. But I want to say this, that something that actually shocked me is somehow, I don't know how this is, but somehow on DVD, at least the DVD I have, it still has the old DreamWorks logo on it. The current, the older one we had for the Shrek, Shrek 2 to Monsters, versus Aliens, the movie I just watched. So apparently it's still there, which honestly, that shocked me. Because I didn't think it was on there. But yeah, I did not think the movie would have that on there. So that's pretty interesting that they still have, the logo on there. I thought it was gone, but nope, it's still there. So that's pretty interesting. And yeah, the logo, like I said, the logo on that one, I actually really like it. Despite it, again, being, set during the daytime, I kind of thought that was kind of weird. I did like the animation of the balloons and all that, too. And all that. That was pretty nice. But of course, now we got the new logo now. It's not the new logo anymore. They switched this out a long time ago. But this is the third logo. And I gotta say, this logo is alright. I really don't care for it as much as the other two. I think it's kind of more generic than the other two. And I don't like either how they got rid of its theme. Basically, they went back to what they were doing in the 90s and early 2000s. With the first logo where the movies would have their own theme instead of having the DreamWorks theme. So yeah, basically they got rid of that theme and all. It'll play occasionally. They'll play it occasionally, but they pretty much use their own music, which is what I hate. Yeah, Pixar does this too. Pixar freaking does this with their modern movies. It's like they basically, instead of, having their own, intro, for Disney and all that, they basically make the music and all that. Instead of giving them their own theme, like they did back in, their CGI castle logo. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, that logo was used from Toy Story to Ratatouille, that logo. Yeah, I really hate when movie studios do that. I hate that a lot. Eventually, they would bring back the theme with a new logo, but it kind of faded out for a long time with DreamWorks and all that, which I really hate. It makes me, kind of wish, though, that Disney would bring back the Randy Newman, theme for Pixar, but I don't think they're ever going to do that, too, so that kind of sucks, but at least DreamWorks is doing something there that's good. But yeah, it's not just it not having its own theme to make it stand out, or having a DreamWorks theme. It's also like it looks very like generic. Like instead of it, having a cartoony sky, basically it just shows it shows the DreamWorks boy in the sky and all that with the like basically it reveals himself with the moon and all that, and it shows a black looking sky, so it just feels like you would find that anywhere else and all that. I don't like the sky look and all that. It doesn't really feel very cartoony and all that. It just kind of, I don't know, it just doesn't feel right, but I don't really despise it. They will mix up the logo and all that, but I think it's probably so far the weakest one I've seen of the three. I think by now I think they still use the other logo, the first one. They'll still use it. They'll still use it, for their live action movies and all that. But yeah, the second one sadly kind of faded out at this point. But yeah, I was still shocked to see it on DVD. I don't know if it's on all the DVDs or just that one. I don't know, because DreamWorks, the way they do it, I've noticed, is they still kind of play the they still have the old logos on the new DVDs, which is what I like. It makes me wish that Disney and Fox would do that, because 20th Century Fox, 20th Century Fox, they didn't change their logo up unlike other studios, but they did have a 2D, animated looking one. It would have been nice if they had that logo again and you could see it in 4K with the 2D, animated version. That would have been cool. But I don't know. But I feel like I'm talking too much about the logo. I need to talk more about the movie. So let's go ahead and talk about the movie then. So How to Train a Dragon. This movie is a movie about, a boy, named Hiccup, who's training a dragon named Toothless. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, there's really not a lot to say. There's not a lot to say about this movie, really. There really isn't. There isn't a lot to say. This movie, I just don't think there's a lot to, say about it. It's just very simple and all that, and it's basically, as the title describes, it's about, about training dragons and all that, and all that, and that they're not really dangerous and all that. So it's just simply like that. But despite that, it makes me sound like I actually don't like the movie. But trust me, I really like this movie a lot. This movie is actually really good. Despite it, having a very simple plot, it's a very good movie. I really like seeing, Hiccup warm up to Toothless, realizing he's not a bad, dragon and all that. And I do really like that a lot. I like seeing him warm up to seeing him warm up to Toothless and all that, and bonding. It's really nice. It's very cute, and I really like it a lot. And I really like the dragons in this movie. I like the different dragon species and all. I think they get really creative with the way they look and all that. It's really nice, and it's just really nice seeing the different dragon species and all that. And I do like the characters. Well, I guess I don't like them. They're kind of a bit generic. Well, at least the teenagers are. But I really do like the chief, who is a Hiccup's dad, by the way. He is such a great dad. Like I really like him. He's such a great dad. Sure, he messes up, with Hiccup, and all that, saying he's not his son and all that when he discovers, that he's actually been not killing the dragons, but leaving them alive and all that, but then when he realizes they're actually good guys, he actually apologizes, and he ends up he's a very good dad. Like I really like him. And if you want to know what his name is Stoic, but he is a really good dad. Like he really is. He cares about his son, and he cares about his people and all that, Of course, he's a single dad because his mom died and all that. So, basically, so they kind of do this one movie, like this typical movie where you have the single parent and all that, who's taking care of the kid and all that. So you got those. But I think though it works really well with this. I can totally understand why he's upset with his son. He wants his son to be tough like him, so he doesn't end up like his mom and all that. And I do think he can be a little harsh to his son, but he only cares about him. He cares about his safety. But I do like the Chiefs. I like the Chiefs, friend, too. I forgot his name. He's a weird one. He's got I think a hook for a hand and all. He's really fun. He's probably one of my favorite characters in this movie. He's in the trilogy in general. He's freaking funny. Like I just love him. Like he's got some of the best lines and all that. But he and the Chief are like buddies and all that. And I just don't remember his name. I don't think they really mention his name too much, but. It's really nice, and I do like it a lot, and it's just nice to see, It makes me, I don't know, it makes me, I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know, I just want to say it makes me happy, that we get a character like that on screen. He's just so funny, but I don't know. It's just this movie's really good and all that. Like it is very simple. Like I said, it's very predictable and it's very straightforward. But in this case, I think it works. I think it works because I think they do a really good job executing it and all that. And I reviewed when I was reviewing the Hotel Transylvania 3 movie on Summer Vacation. That movie was kind of a bit predictable too, but that one was also a thing we've seen constantly over and over again. This is something that's kind of a bit more, its own thing. I think we've probably seen, a bunch of movies where, people are training, animals and all that, but nothing kind of like this. I think this is definitely a lot more unique and all that, and I do like the whole climax at the end where, they're going after the queen, dragon and all that. And I gotta say, when I was little and I was watching this movie, I freaking was like when she was on screen, I don't know, she freaking scared me to death. Like, I don't know, I think it's just because she's so freaking huge, and not that she's huge, but she's like but she's, I don't know, she's got this like these wings and all that, and it can fly. It's very scary. Like, it actually scared me, like, whenever it came on screen. Not to where I couldn't watch it, but yeah, I mean, it still kind of even creeps me out as an adult. I mean, just imagining a freaking humongous dragon flying around, breathing fire and all that. Like, I mean, they all kind of breathe fire, but this one's like freaking huge and all that. And actually, I do like too. They kind of build her up a little bit too, because they reveal her in one segment where the dragon, Toothless is with Hiccup and Ashtree, and they both like fly with him to the nest and all that. So they reveal her there, but she doesn't like actually reveal until like later, where they show her whole body and all that. That's what's terrifying, but it's really cool, like, it's not horrifying, in any way, but it's really cool. Like, I really like it, and I like seeing her demise. Like, I like how like we get to see her, like, Toothless freaking like shoots a fire in her mouth and ends up like freaking light, like she gets lit on fire and all that, like it explodes her body. It's really cool and all that. I just really like this movie a lot. I really do like it. I mean, I don't have a lot to say about it, but trust me, it is a really good movie. And I'm going to go ahead and say this movie definitely is going to get a good and 120 points. Yeah, that might be a little bit of an understatement, because technically the characters are a little bit, bland, but like I think like Hiccup's friends are kind of just there. I mean, well, in this movie they're not really friends. I don't even know who they are. They just kind of, they feel like they're just put there just to add more characters in it, like, so the movie doesn't feel empty and all that. But they just kind of, they come out of nowhere and all that, but I do, they do have some nice lines too. Like, I like the twins. The twins are pretty funny. Like, they're both stupid, but like I like the moment where like one of them was saying like to the shield, like this one has flowers on it. Girls like flowers, and then like the other ones, like she says, like she hits him with the shield and is like, well, this one now has blood on it, because they were both wanting the the one with the flames on it, and only one could have it. That was pretty funny. I really do like that and all that, but yeah, they just don't have a lot going for them. That's the thing. Like, but compared to like, let's say Kung Fu Panda and the Furious 5, I just don't think they really add a lot to the movie. But they do have their moments. All the characters have their moments. But I definitely think Ashtree, the chief, and Hiccup and the other guy, whatever his name was. I think they hold a bunch of the movie, as the humans and the dragons. You have them too. So, and of course too, they're trying to introduce them too. But I would say this one almost got kind of 100 points. But I think it barely cracks 120. Just because, I think, it's pretty much perfect. Like, I don't think there's really a lot of problems with this movie, except for, like I said, the characters could have been, I think, a little bit more, but I don't know. I don't really have a lot else to really say about this movie, But yeah, I don't really have a lot to say about this movie, really, at all. That's the thing. It's a simple movie where you have a boy and his, dragon and all that, and trying to train him. And, that's the thing, That's really all you need in a movie is, That's all you really need in the movie is, something like that, And I think it works. But yeah, I don't know, But I think I'm probably going to go ahead and, well, before I go and all that, I want to give you guys a comment question. Because, obviously we need a comment question. Because I haven't been doing a lot of these, and I feel like I want to do more of them. Even though a lot of people like you guys have not been answering them, which I kind of wish you guys would. I figured, I can answer some. I mean, not everyone's going to answer the questions, but I figured for people who watch it in the future, they can, answer the questions. That way I can get some more, people in my comments. But anywho, the question I have for, for this movie is, what time period would you guys like to be in? So this movie takes place, in a, the Viking times. Now I think it's like mythology too, because you got the, dragons and all that. So it's not real stuff, because, I don't think dragons were real. At least we haven't found any proof that they're real. Maybe they are, or, I don't know, but I don't know. But the thing is, though, they're not really like real as for right now, But you never really know. People find weird stuff all the time. Like, believe it or not, in the ocean, there's this thing called the blobfish. If you guys don't know what a blobfish is, it's got like it's a fish that looks like a blob, but it also has a nose on it. Like, that's weird because you don't ever see a fish with a nose on it, but it is kind of cute. I do like the fish, but it is a little weird too. But yeah, that's the thing. There's just things like that, that are out there. You guys can look up what a blobfish is. It's very unique and kind of strange because it has a nose on it. But that's the thing, though. So it's possible. You never really know because, maybe there were dragons once upon a time. Maybe they got killed out. I don't know. I don't know where this whole stuff started, but I will say that but I will say though that if I had a time period I would live in, I don't really know what I would live in. I kind of like the time period I live in right now, but I guess if I had to pick one, I don't know. I probably would say I would like to live in the time period, probably the dinosaur time period, I mean, I guess technically there are the dinosaurs and all, which are huge, but I don't know, there's also a lot of smaller ones too and all that, and so I probably would like to live in those time periods. I would say the Ice Age, but it'd be really cold and all that, and that's the thing. That's why I kind of would like to just live in the time period I live in now, but I don't know. But like I said, it could be mythology too. You guys can pick mythology. Like, you can pick a real time period or a fake time period, but like, because I know there's also mythology, but I would want to live in those time periods because you got Medusa, who turns you to stone. You got, like, a bunch of, ox creatures and all that. Like, oh, they would just be horrifying. But I think, though, I'm pretty much good here, though. So yeah, I gotta say, I am looking forward to seeing the other sequels to some of these movies too, because and all that too, because DreamWorks tends to have some pretty good sequels. It makes me wish that Disney would kind of could make some good movies too again, I mean, DreamWorks has had some problems too with their movies, but I noticed a lot of them are actually really good. And thank goodness they have, they've never made any, actual live-action remakes of any of their movies. Except Cat in the Hat, but technically that was more of a, that was just a movie, it was a remake, but they actually did one of a movie, and that was more, a book, and all that, and just turned it into a movie, which I guess technically was a short too, but I don't know, but thank goodness they're not doing any of that. Oh, wait a second. Hang on. This can't be real. This can't be real. You've got to be kidding me.